Autoline Daily is brought to you by Borg Warner, feel good about driving. Bridgestone, your journey, our passion. And by Dow Automotive Systems, improving durability and increasing design flexibility with Betamate structural adhesives at dowbetamate.com.
Hello and welcome to Autoline Daily. We're glad that you've joined us today. Lincoln will publicly unveil its refresh of the Navigator at next month's Chicago Auto Show, but the company gave us and the rest of the media a sneak peek of what it's done to this full-size luxury SUV. The Navigator, which celebrates its 18th birthday this year, does so with a redesigned exterior that's made of steel and not aluminum like the all-new 2015 F-150. The SUV features a sleeker front end, newly designed hood, and for the first time on this vehicle, Lincoln's split-wing grille introduced a few years ago on the MKZ. Meanwhile, under the hood, the old 5.4-liter V8 has been replaced with a new 3.5-liter direct injection twin-turbo EcoBoost V6 with 370 horsepower and 430 pound-feet of torque. Inside, if you're willing to pay for it, Lincoln is now offering what it calls a reserve package for customers who want the cabin even more wrapped in leather than it is now, and you get wood trim that you usually find on yachts. Unfortunately, Lincoln did not supply us with a picture of its new illuminated welcome mats, which I was hoping to show you. Despite coming out with this refresh now, we hear that Ford will completely redesign the Navigator for 2016 and put it on an intensive aluminum diet. Speaking of that aluminum F-150, be sure to join us for Autoline After Hours tonight. That truck is going to be one of the topics we dive into. Who's taken the right strategy? Ford, by lightweighting its full-size truck, or GM, by countering with a mid-size truck that could get better fuel economy? It all starts live tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern Time at Autoline.tv. Well, Toyota is officially the world's largest automaker again. Toyota says it sold 9.98 million vehicles worldwide last year, just a whisker away from the magical 10 million unit number. Toyota says it will break that 10 million mark this year. General Motors finished close behind Toyota with 9.71 million vehicles sold, while the Volkswagen Group finished up the year with 9.5 million. The sales crown is going to be a dogfight this year. Toyota sales are recovering in China, while GM sales in Europe are likely to start growing again. And despite the fact that the Chevrolet brand is dropping out of Western Europe, except for the Corvette and Camaro, the head of Chevy's global operations, Tim Mahoney, points out that Chevy is still in 142 countries around the world. Last year it sold around 5 million vehicles, making it the fourth largest brand globally. Mahoney tells Autoline that his focus over the next year is to take the Find New Roads tagline around the world and finally give Chevrolet a globally integrated marketing message. The Jeep brand is working on boosting its fuel economy numbers. Jeep will have a new B-segment vehicle hitting the market sometime around December. It will be built in Italy off a Fiat platform, and some say it could be called the Jeepster, an iconic name that Jeep used years ago. The B segment is especially important for Jeep in Europe and Asia, where smaller vehicles sell well. And despite adding diesel engines and 9-speed transmissions to its lineup, that's not enough. Mike Manley, the CEO of the Jeep brand, tells Autoline a hybrid is inevitable. That might be heresy to some Jeep purists, but every automaker has to figure out how to meet stringent fuel economy regulations. Yesterday I asked you what car you thought this might be. At first glance I thought it might have been a Nash Healey, but it's not. So to figure it out, we tapped into the knowledge of the Autoline Daily audience, and some of you nailed it right on the head. This is a Chrysler Thomas Special. The car was styled by Chrysler's famed head of design from the 1950s, Virgil Exner, and if you look at where the roof line meets the rear fender, you might see a little bit of the VW Karmann Ghia in there. That's because Volkswagen acquired the rights to Exner's 1953 Chrysler d'Elegance design, which shared a similar line with the Special, and was then used by Ghia to turn the VW Beetle into something of a sports car. I knew we couldn't slip this one past you, and thanks for everyone that participated. Coming up next, we're going to take a look at the interior design of the all-new Chevrolet Tahoe.
Proven on the track and on roads around the world, Borg-Warner turbochargers improve fuel economy and reduce emissions without sacrificing performance. Borg-Warner, official turbocharger supplier to the Izod IndyCar Series.
Last year, GM revealed the all-new version of the 2015 Chevy Tahoe that's due to hit showrooms this year. For a look at what's new on the inside, Chevy put together this video to highlight what's different.
My name is Brian Preby. I am the lead interior designer for the 2015 Chevrolet Tahoe and Suburban. Our focus when we started this theme was really sitting down with our customers and understanding what they really wanted in their vehicle. My favorite feature in the interior itself would probably be the infotainment system. It's something that you normally see in your home, but we brought that kind of technology into the vehicle, and we felt that it was important to kind of have that sensation or feeling. So when you're looking at the interior itself, we went after a very athletic, very sculptural execution. At the same time, we also did a lot of details, a lot of unique things with the technology. The infotainment system itself is really the keystone to the interior. You'll notice the knobs, the buttons themselves are scaled up, so it's very user-friendly. Everything is within the reach zone, so that when the driver is focused on the road, the whole experience is about keeping you safe, but also interacting with your vehicle. When we started this program, we really wanted to focus on the cluster itself. It's a very clean design. Our influences were really on wristwatches, but in the middle of the actual cluster, you'll notice there's a display that allows you to get your secondary features and functions from your main infotainment system. So if you've got a call coming in, it'll actually transfer that information to the display to allow you to see who's calling you while looking forward. The 2015 Chevrolet Tahoe was really to take what we had and take it to the next level, and that was by using premium materials. Normally a lot of the interiors these days are actually molded plastic, and we really wanted to give the customer something that is more than just molded plastic painted parts. When we started the program, we really wanted to try to maximize storage with this interior. So when you look at the doors themselves, you'll notice a map pocket down below. You also have storage under the armrest that allows you to put loose change, an umbrella. The pool cup itself can work as storage. So again, utilizing space. If you look at the console too, you'll notice there's actually storage on the side walls that allow you to maximize every opportunity to put something in your vehicle. As the design team itself worked on the first, second, and third row, we really wanted to create a personal space for every passenger in the vehicle. You also have your HVAC, your heater controls. You have opportunities to plug in your devices. You have a power outlet. And we repeated this same kind of execution in the third row. So everyone that brings their devices into the vehicle is able to actually plug and play. One thing I really want to talk about is our fold flat seating. This is the one thing that we feel that is going to be extremely popular, and we're very proud to say that you can actually get a seamless flat floor by just push of a button itself. The vehicle, it's very bold, it's very refined, and it's very versatile. I think this is a nice surprise and delight that our customers are really going to enjoy.
And that's all for today's report. We hope to see you all tonight for Autoline After Hours and back here again tomorrow for another edition of Autoline Daily.